Hello, Keenan. How are you?
How are you?
So, first and foremost, what made you decide to start doing these YouTube videos?
I started doing YouTube videos for the fact that I was actually in singing and acting lessons, and I wanted to basically publicize myself in a way. But overall, it was basically like a hobby, singing and lip syncing, and it basically just blew up from just lip syncing.
Now, had someone told you, hey, Keenan, you're going to have over 400 million YouTube views, what would you have said?
I guess I wouldn't know what to say because even now with 450 million, I can't think of people like direct faces. I just think as a number. And now, if it was real people standing right in front of me, yes, I'd freak out.
Sure.
It's a big success, but it's it's a number. I can't think of the actual people and the actual faces.
Now, you've worked with some really amazing people in your YouTube career. Who's been your favorite, and who's like really surprised you?
I can't pick a favorite, and everybody asks me that. Because they're all very nice and they're very down to earth, and they have their own little keep on doing what you want to do. You're on the right path. You're definitely going to go a long way into this industry. I guess I would have to say the person who probably shocked me the most as a person would be 50 Cent, because you'd think big rapper, all BA, but he comes in, he's like, hey, how's it going? What's going on? Me and Chelsea watch your videos all the time, and he comes in with these big, bodyguards, and he rolls in with Rolls Royce with two more doors. But I mean, overall, he's still a normal guy, and he's really nice and really down to earth, and he's totally up to whatever we wanted to shoot. So
Was that incredibly intimidating, especially complete with bodyguards?
I knew who 50 was, and I knew he was really, really big. But when he comes up and he's just like, hey, how's it going? How you doing? He shook my mom's hand, and then he shook my sister's hand. He talked to my manager and stuff like that. And his bodyguards were standing outside. And as we were leaving, the bodyguard looked at me like, I'm like, bro, I'm not going to do anything. I'm 4'2", and you're about 6. I don't know. You're way too tall. I'm not doing anything. But he's just such a cool guy.
I love that you call him 50, like you guys are on like first name basis. Me and Fitty. That's pretty awesome.
I know, I remember when I did the commercial with Jennifer Aniston, they all call him Curtis by his real name. So I think that's just what the girls call him, because it is his real name, and I think he lets him. So
Sure. Now, you have ended up using YouTube as a medium for awareness. Can you tell us a little bit about that process and how others can do that as well?
even when I made my first video, I didn't know I was awareness for my disease at all. I just put it up there to, do what I wanted to do. And all of a sudden, people with my disease started emailing saying, I'm starting to do stuff because I see that you're doing, having a careless kind of thing where you don't care what's going on with you. You're still doing what you're doing. And even with, people with other diseases. I remember a guy who came up to me in O'Hare Airport and said, my wife is actually going through brain cancer, and she thinks that you're getting her well, and the doctors think so too, because they have that, I don't care, I'll do anything what I want, I've had all this stuff going on, and he's still doing what he wants to do. And, that's just awesome to hear, and I've never even thought, I could change someone else's lives.
Now, you have MPS-VI. Can you tell us a little bit about what that condition is?
MPS-VI is, I guess I would say the least worst, one being the worst as of hurlers. And there's 6 stages, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and 6. And the disease is basically, my body can't break down sugars, and it's basically attacking itself. So I've had bone marrow transplant. I've had radiation. Usually you gain problems as you grow. I've had about 12 surgeries. I'm going into my 13th surgery right after Christmas, literally the day right after Christmas, to get hardware out. Usually the disease is I'll go blind one day, and I'll keep on becoming blind after retina, like cornea transplants. And usually the life expectancy of a child with MPS is 35. So I mean, it's definitely hard for a 16-year-old here. You know, you may not make it to 35, but in a way, it's in my mind, it's all God's plan. Even if I didn't have the disease, I think it'd be a whole lot different. And I use the disease, because I'm different. I stand out in more people, and if I didn't have the disease, I think I wouldn't know what people in the hospital would feel like. People with rare disease would feel like. So it's a blessing in disguise in a way.
Sure.
So I'm happy to have it. And I'm grateful that everything's happened for me, and actually put awareness out for it, even with all the stuff that's happened.
Well, you're a trooper, man. Like, I have nothing but the most utmost respect. But
Thank you.
speaking of that awareness, can you tell us a little bit about how your YouTube videos have raised awareness for the MPS Society?
I think it's just in the way of my appearance. People kind of, say, well, what's wrong with them? Why does he look like that? And people usually look it up. And I've said plenty of times during my actual interviews saying, like, what's MPS? And I'm pretty sure people are sick of it now. But I mean, I keep on, bringing it up, and keep talking to actual kids with MPS and say, it's going to be it you know it it's just surgeries. Just don't let it be your whole entire life. You can do the same exact thing anybody else can do, and it's just an obstacle that you can push forward.
That's incredible. And can you elaborate a little bit on what exactly the MPS Society does?
The MPS Society actually finds a cure for the MPS, which there is no cure yet. It's basically just to find a cure and help kids and families with MPS get through it and their surgeries and their treatments.
And so you've done a lot of work with them. Are you officially a member of the MPS Society now, or you just kind of work alongside them?
Just the awareness that I keep bringing to them
Sure.
with, like I said, my appearance, but also saying, talking about my treatments, my surgeries, just, people being aware of how serious the surgery is.
Well, you just recently worked with Electrovamp, which,
Yeah.
congratulations. That's
Thank you.
awesome. Can you tell us a little bit about the song?
I did a song with Electrovamp. They're two Welsh sisters. We actually shot the video for that song, Hands Up. And they said, well, we can make this better. And my manager said, well, put Keenan in it. He's, he wants to be a singer now. We're transitioning into an artist. Let him in it. And, it's a great song. And we shot the music video, and, we're shopping it around, and hopefully, it'll be on like VH1 and MTV. And the song will actually hit radio in January. So starting the year off good, next year really well.
Sure.
With the song. And people are having a good feedback on it, saying, can't wait to hear more songs, and love hearing you sing actually on YouTube now instead of lip syncing.
Always taking that ladder up.
Yep.
That's
Just
awesome.
one step at a time.
Well, let's actually go ahead and take a listen to the song.
I got class, could you repeat the question? Was I just a sexy inflection? Hands up if you're in the club, and get down, yeah, let's get down, 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 down.
Now, you mentioned that you started filming these YouTube videos for fun. At what point in time did you realize, oh, this has become a huge thing, and I'm actually doing an amazing thing raising awareness for this condition?
I would say after, multiple more views, people started saying, like, why does he look like that? And the interview saying, what's going on? And then all of a sudden, kids with MPS actually emailing me saying, how are you doing this? You're changing my life. I actually met, a couple of MPS kids. I met one in San Francisco. I know I've met many more, but they're like, how are you doing this? You're actually changing my life. I'm actually I actually got an email from an MPS child who actually went to Disney World to shoot something, trying to pursue his acting career. So it's definitely really, really cool. People, are saying, you're changing my life and you're making me feel that I can do anything I want.
Do you feel a lot of pressure being a role model in that sense?
Sort of in a way. I never really think myself as a role model, so I would never think, oh, if I screw up really bad, all these people are gonna be like, oh, well, why did you do that? Like I said in the beginning, I never really thought of my disease when I started, so I never really get in the way of thinking, as a role model. I guess I'm trying to say. I never really thought of it, but with all the eyes watching with kids with the disease and with people with other disabilities, I guess I would say I am, I guess, a role model to them, and just keep on saying, it will get better. God has a plan for every little thing He does, and it's just a big part of the plan, and it could be something, a lesson learning thing, or a advantage for you.
So you're definitely climbing up the entertainment industry ladder, if you will. What's next for you?
I'm actually starting to sing. I actually have a video coming out with One Republic in January.
Nice.
And Ryan Tedder was really, really excited about this. So it's definitely going to be way different, maybe even differenter than 50 Cent. But I am starting to sing. Artists have been in my videos now singing. Gym Class Heroes, Gavin DeGraw. I recently did a couple with Justin Bieber and The Wanted. So, and like I said, my song will be hitting in January on radio. So, and the music video will be coming out really soon on, anywhere you can find it musically.
Sure.
So definitely more of an artist feel and more of a, I guess I could say, a professional field.
Now, is singing your main focus, or are you also wanting to branch off in other venues of the entertainment industry?
As of right now, it's more of an artist think. As the future goes on, maybe a couple, I would go on a TV show or a movie role or something like that. But as of right now, artist is kind of in the scope.
Now, you keep referring to yourself as an artist, which is absolutely incredible. What does art mean to you?
This music has been around in my life like nonstop, 24/7, and I've always wanted to be a singer. So, and I'm constantly listening to music, new music, rap, rock, pop. I listen to the old stuff and the new stuff. So, I guess I would say, why not sing? Because I have been singing and singing lessons in choir and stuff like that for most of my life, and it's just been, once you get bit by the bug, you're bit for life.
Now, would you encourage other people to join the YouTube community, especially to raise awareness?
I definitely say yes, because there's going to be, one day where that, one person who's a celebrity or, just anyone will, tweet it out, or there'll be a million of people to back you up on it. Take a chance of putting the video out there for awareness, and just pray that it'll catch on and people will see it.
And what do you have to say to those people who are nervous about putting themselves out there?
Never stop. Don't think, oh, what if these people hate me? Because there will be plenty of people that will hate you, but there will be plenty of people that will love you. You just can't think, the worst of it. You just got to keep on saying, I'll keep on going until something happens.
Sure.
It may take, 20 years, it may take 5 years, it may take a year. It just depends on, when it, pops up, and the opportunity pops up.
Do you read the YouTube comments?
Not really anymore.
Yeah.
Sometimes I will go back there because some people are very creative with their comments, but I usually don't look at them.
I don't blame you. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Keenan. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you.